Ms Takaichi first met President Trump last October in Tokyo. Michiyo Ishida is back to take us through what we can expect from her second meeting with the American leader at the White House.
The first female Prime Minister in the history of Japan.
Ms Sanae Takaichi has security, trade, and critical technologies high on her Washington agenda. But the Iran war may well dominate the Japanese leader's talks with U.S. President Donald Trump. 90% of Japan's crude oil imports pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and the interruption to that flow of oil could hit home soon. Tokyo says 45 Japanese vessels are stuck in the Persian Gulf with 24 Japanese crew and many other nationalities on board.
It's in our interest that this conflict ends soon, right? The sooner the better, simply for the sake of energy. So I think that's the first message that we want to get across, but in a right way that doesn't disturb Trump.
Japan has oil reserves worth about 250 days or 470 billion barrels, but that too could run out in a prolonged conflict. Japanese media reports say Ms Takaichi may propose buying crude oil from Alaska.
Diversifying the sources of energy resources has been our objective and a headache for a long time, since 1973. There have been many reasons for the Americans not to export oil from Alaska for domestic or environmental reasons. But I think it's time to seriously explore that possibility due to the war in the Gulf.
The U.S. is the only country Japan has a defense alliance with. Still, many Japanese are against the U.S. attack on Iran. That's according to a recent poll by major daily Asahi Shimbun that showed 82% of voters disapproved. Ms Takaichi has, however, condemned Iran for attacking civilian and diplomatic facilities of its neighbors. She also made clear she will not tolerate Tehran's nuclear program. Mr. Trump has been pressuring U.S. allies to strengthen their defense capabilities, and some are confident Japan has done its part.
We are going more than 2% now. It was only 1% till a few years ago, so it's totally changing, and Japan's acquiring a second strike capability as well. And so I think we're satisfied with Japan's strong position on defense spending.
Reports also say Ms Takaichi will convey her intention to join Mr. Trump's Golden Dome missile defense system to counter China.
It's absolutely necessary that we rethink about air defense. That's very clear in this war, that there has been a huge utilization of cheap drones, and the number of Patriots that being collected from all over the world has been immense. We need to rethink how do we protect ourselves from these missiles and drones.
Since Mr. Trump took office in January, the two countries have had frequent tariff negotiations. Last July, Japan agreed to a $550 billion investment in return for a lower tariff rate from 25% to 15%.
As we have already committed, I think we should continue to honor what we have committed.
Ms. Takaichi faces a difficult act in Washington, but analysts are optimistic. Since her comment on Taiwan sparked a diplomatic crisis with China, they believe she has learned how to take better control of international affairs. Michiyo Ishida, CNA, Tokyo.